Okay, so today I'm going to be cooking some chicken spaghetti, and these are all the things that you're going to need. You're going to need some chicken breasts, of course. Normally for this recipe I would use, you're going to need some chicken breasts, of course. Normally for this recipe I would use a whole chicken, but it's supposed to be a quick and easy recipe, and I ain't got time to be boiling and deboning a whole chicken, so I'm going to rock with this today. You're going to need a can of chicken broth, a can of Rotel tomatoes, a can of cream of chicken, a bag of shredded cheese. Of course, you're going to need some spaghetti noodles, and you're going to need some butter, olive oil, or whatever you want to cook your chicken in. Okay guys, so I just washed my chicken, and now I'm about to season it with some salt, some pepper, and some Tony's original Creole seasoning. Okay, so I have my chicken all seasoned up. I'm about to go rinse my fingers off. Ugh, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have some butter melted on a medium heat, and I'm going to cook my chicken in that. And I have my stove on a medium heat. So yeah, I'm just going to let the chicken cook on a medium heat until it's done. I'm just going to flip it over so I can cook it on the other side. Okay, so while I'm letting the chicken cook, I have the pot that I'm going to boil my noodles in. I have some water filled. I have it filled up with water about halfway, and I'm going to add my chicken broth to that. Okay, then I'm going to turn it on high, and I'm going to bring that to a boil. Once it starts boiling, I'm going to go ahead and add my noodles. Now what the chicken broth is going to do is it's going to add some extra flavor to the noodles. Okay, so my water and chicken broth mixture is boiling, so I'm about to go ahead and add the noodles, and I'll be right back. I added my noodles to the water, and I also turned my fire down, and I have finished cooking my chicken breast, and now I'm about to cut it up. So I just got done cutting up all the chicken, and the noodles are just about done. These noodles are done, so I'm about to strain them really quickly. Okay, so I just strained the noodles, and I cleaned the pot out, the same pot I had the noodles in, and I put the shredded chicken in this pot over a medium heat. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add the can of Rotel tomatoes, and I did strain the tomatoes. And I'm gonna stir that up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my can of cream of chicken. I'm going to stir that up. I decided to add another can of cream of chicken because I didn't like I just wasn't filling it with one can. So let's see. Stir that up. So I'm just mixing this up really, really good. And I'm going to let that cook until everything is hot. Okay, so that's cooking pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in some Italian seasoning. And I'm going to let this simmer. I'm going to turn the heat down and I'm just going to let this simmer for a few minutes. Okay, so that's been simmering for a few minutes. So now I'm going to go ahead and add half of that bag of cheese in here. And I'm going to mix that really good. Let the cheese melt into it. Okay, so now the cheese is melted and I'm going to go ahead and add my noodles. Okay, so I added the noodles and I added them just a little bit at a time because I didn't want to put too much in there. And I also put a little bit of Tony's in there just because I like my food kind of spicy. But yeah, so now I'm about to go ahead and put this into the baking dish. Okay, so I just put that into my baking dish and now I'm just going to spread it out evenly. It looks so good. Now I'm going to take the rest of the cheese and sprinkle it on top. Okay, so I already have my oven preheated to 350. So I'm going to put this in the oven and I'm going to let it bake until the cheese gets nice and melted all over. Okay guys, so I just took it out the oven. The cheese is nice and melted. It looks so good. Yeah, so I stayed in the oven for about 15 minutes and it's all done. Yeah, I'm about to go in on